Hey everybody, and welcome to another video from Wow Celebs. Today we're going to go over the top 10 shocking Harry Styles secrets you won't believe. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it just might be one of the most shocking secrets ever to imagine about Styles. Born in England, auditioned for the X Factor as a solo artist, he was grouped with the 4 other members of One Direction by the man of many t-shirts, Simon Cowell, and the rest is history. But the enviably coiffed singer who went solo in 2016 has packed a lot of living into his 26 years, and as it turns out, 6-foot-tall drinks of water run deep. With millions of albums sold, as a member of one of the biggest boy bands of all time, and on his own, a well-received part in a World War II epic, a budding career as a late-night host, and at least 1,000 suit patents to his name, the devoted stylers of the world have earned a maximum return on that investment they made a decade ago. Before auditioning on X Factor and joining One Direction, Harry Styles was a part of another band. He was the lead singer for White Eskimo, a band he formed with his schoolmates. Even though Styles left the group to pursue stardom, the other members are still active to this day. Before his first audition with X Factor, Styles worked at a local bakery in his hometown of Holmes Chapel in Cheshire. A few years after he skyrocketed to fame, the star threw on an apron and went back to his previous place of employment to work for one day. He can probably bake a mean loaf of bread. After casting him in Dunkirk, director Christopher Nolan compared working with Styles to working with Heath Ledger when he played the Joker in the iconic The Dark Knight, saying that when I cast Heath Ledger as the Joker, it raised a lot of eyebrows and caused a lot of comment. He added, "I have to trust my instincts, and Harry was perfect for his part." He pulled it off with incredible grace and reality. Styles felt an attachment to the part. His great-grandfather actually served in World War I. He once had a cameo in iCarly in 2012, along with other One Direction members. Harry stepped in at the last minute to host the Late Late Show with James Corden in 2017, after James's wife Julia Carey went into labor. He only had 2.5 hours notice and announced to the show that James and Julia had welcomed a baby girl. Not only is he a talented actor, but he also acted as executive producer on US TV series Happy Together, which was rumored to be based on his life. It starred Damon Wayans Jr., Amber Stevens-West, and Felix Millard, whose character Cooper James was said to be based on Harry. The show had cameos from a lot of famous faces: James Corden, Pia Mia, Steve-O, and Scrubs actor Sam Lloyd. Harry's favorite TV show is Family Guy, a show he once had a cameo in alongside Liam, Niall, and Louis. The main inspiration for the singer's new solo album was getting the chance to tell his own stories and discuss his life experiences. In an interview, Styles said, "I wanted to write my stories, things that happened to me. The number one thing was I wanted to be honest. I hadn't done that before." Believe it or not, but Styles is very much inspired by Shania Twain. In a 2017 interview, Styles said country icon Shania Twain is one of his biggest influences in both music and fashion. In 2015, he told a magazine that Twain's music was played often in his childhood home. He said he also listened to music from the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Fleetwood Mac, and Norah Jones when he was growing up. Another thing which he never flexed about on the social media is his properties. Harry Styles is a global sensation, so it only makes sense that he would have multiple residences in different countries. He has bought 3 mansions in London, with the most expensive being worth £8 million. Styles also has an apartment in the Tribeca neighborhood in New York City that cost him $8.7 million, and he used to have a home in Los Angeles as well. No one actually knows how many tattoos Harry Styles has, but many estimate it to be well over 50. They are mainly on his arms and torso, and there is no real coherence between them, as some are simple and others are detailed masterpieces. He never reveals the meanings behind his tattoos, as he prefers cryptic answers over the truth. The singer has had several tattoos covered up as well, with new tattoos, so who really knows how many times his skin has been inked? The singer suffers from ophidiophobia. Try saying that 5 times. Ophidiophobia is the fear of snakes, and is one of the most common phobias there is. Many find him to be fearless and confident in everything he does, but these gnarly reptiles are a different story. But hey, I'm sure many of us are also afraid of these creatures and find them repulsive. And sure enough, it is yet another way that fans can feel more connected to this artist on a personal level. Harry's mother is called Anne Cox, and his dad's name is Desmond Styles. Sadly, Harry's parents divorced when he was only 7 years old. He described it as a weird time, adding that he remembers crying about it and that he didn't really get what was going on properly. Harry is a mummy's boy. His mum once told a magazine, sometimes he phones up to 5 times a day. When there's a time difference, he tends to text saying, "I love you, Mum," or "I miss you. He's still my little boy." Aww. Although he's partial to a more mature lady, Harry says he'd never date anyone older than his mum. She's only 51. Harry's stepdad is called Robin. He said he was really pleased when Robin proposed to his mum. Are you ready for the number 1 on our list? Well, here you go. Apart from being an amazing vocalist, he's also a very talented songwriter and has penned many hit songs for many big singers in the music industry. Believe it or not, Harry co-penned Ariana's famous song, "Just a Little Bit of Your Heart." If you haven't heard it yet, then you definitely should, because it's beautiful and worth listening to. You'd want Harry and Ariana to collaborate for sure. Harry previously teamed up with Alex and Sierra on their debut album and wrote the song "I Love You." The lyrics go like, "I fell in love with a beautiful girl. She still takes my breath away. I fell in love in the morning sun while the hours slipped away." What a gorgeous song indeed. As per reports, Harry wrote this song inspired by his ex-girlfriend Taylor Swift. Now this song will certainly make you feel good. Cordeline's "Make It Feel Right" is co-penned by Harry Styles. During one of the interviews, Cordeline's Mark Prendergast confirmed that the words were penned by the former One Direction member. Styles also co-penned Alfie's song "Not So Typical Love Song," released as a single by Bleachers for the soundtrack of the film Simon. And last but not the least, Harry also co-wrote "Someday Maybe" with Meghan Trainor and Johan Carlson. Hey, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any videos of Harry Styles and much, much more. Check out our playlist of my top 10 videos, Harry Styles and other big names as well. And I'll see you in the next video.